Mist drifts low across the lake. The air carries the weight of rain and time. A man stands on the old pier, still as the water beneath him. His name is Elias Ward. Years have passed since he last came here, but the silence feels the same. The pines lean close. The water reflects only fog, and the world seems to hold its breath as a weathered sign sinks into the mud near the shore. The letters are fading, except for one word carved over the rest. Remembered. Elias walks toward the edge of the pier. Each step creaks like something alive. The lake lies motionless, then ripples once, soft and deliberate. No wind moves. Nothing falls. He kneels and touches the water. It is colder than he remembers. A low hum stirs beneath the surface, deep and steady, like the faint memory of a voice. He closes his eyes. For a moment, he hears laughter, light, distant, familiar, his brother's laughter. Noah. The sound fades. The lake swallows it whole. A crow lands beside him and drops something at his feet. A small, rusted whistle shaped like a fish, the same one Noah wore the day he drowned. Elias stares at it. The fog thickens. The lake exhales, and the sound of the world disappears again. The lake house stands at the edge of the trees, half swallowed by moss and memory. The paint has peeled away in long, white strips. Windows stare like blind eyes. Elias steps through the doorway. The hinges sigh, releasing a breath of dust and damp air. Inside, the floorboards groan beneath his weight. Everything is as it was left. The old clock on the mantel frozen at 3:17. The table still holding 2 cups, one cracked, one clean. A film of age covers it all, yet nothing feels abandoned. He moves through the room slowly, as if walking through a photograph. Every creak carries an echo of footsteps that are not his. Eye in the hallway. A faint dripping sound guides him toward the back of the house. He follows it to the bathroom. The faucet is dry, but the sink holds water, clear, still, untouched. He looks closer. Something glimmers at the bottom. A piece of metal. He reaches in and lifts it out. A key. Cold, blackened, bent at the teeth. A tag hangs from it, faded but readable. Boathouse. The air tightens. A distant sound trembles through the walls. A splash, too close to be natural. Elias steps to the window. The fog outside has thickened again, hiding the lake completely. Only the faint shimmer of movement beneath it betrays that it's still there. He pockets the key. Behind him, the clock ticks once. Just once. Then stops again. Elias follows the shoreline through the fog. The path is narrow, swallowed by roots and silence. Every step sinks into wet earth. The key in his pocket knocks softly against his leg, a small reminder that something still waits for him. The boathouse appears out of the mist like a shadow, remembering its shape. Its roof sags, its boards shimmer with moisture, and the water laps quietly against the old dock. He unlocks the door. The hinges resist, then give. The smell of rust and algae fills the air. Inside, the light is dim and green, filtered through water-stained glass. An overturned canoe lies on its side. A rope dangles from the rafters, frayed and damp. Elias steps forward. The boards beneath him moan. The lake presses softly against the walls, as if listening. On the workbench, a small box waits beneath a film of dust. He opens it. Inside lies a roll of undeveloped film, a lighter, and a child's bracelet made of red thread. He turns the bracelet in his hand. It's knotted in the center, worn smooth with age. A sound rises from beneath the floor, a thud, slow and heavy, followed by the sound of something shifting in the dark water below. He kneels, touches the planks. They feel warm, pulsing faintly, as though the lake has a heartbeat. The bracelet slips from his fingers and rolls toward a crack between the boards. It stops, perfectly still. Then, from the space below, a single bubble rises through the crack and bursts. Elias exhales. His breath shakes. The fog outside thickens until it presses against the windows like smoke. He backs away slowly, eyes fixed on the floor, and leaves the box open on the bench. Back inside the house, Elias searches the old drawers for anything that might explain the film. In the bottom of a wooden chest, he finds a camera wrapped in cloth. The same one his father used. He opens it. The reel inside is empty. He loads the roll of film from the boathouse and lights a single candle. The room flickers in amber glow. He develops the first frame in a tray of cold water. Shapes appear. 2 boys on the pier, standing side by side. The water behind them is calmed. He develops the next frame. This time, only one boy stands there. The other's reflection is still in the water, smiling that a drop of water lands on the photo from above. He looks up. The ceiling drips, slow, steady, though there is no leak that he wipes the table clean. The drops continue, forming a small circle of ripples in the water tray. When he looks down again, the reflection in the photograph has moved. The smiling boy now faces the camera. Night deepens. The candle burns low. Outside, the fog glows faintly in the moonlight. Elias steps onto the porch. The air feels thicker now, heavy with moisture and something else, a low, steady vibration coming from the lake. He walks to the pier again. The whistle still lies where the crow dropped it. He picks it up. It's warmed out. A faint sound travels across the water, a hum, shaping into syllables that dissolve before meaning. Then, from beneath the surface, his name, just once. Quiet. He drops the whistle. It lands without a splash. The lake swallows it instantly. The vibration grows louder, spreading through the boards beneath his feet. The fog curls upward, forming faint shapes that twist and fade. He steps back slowly, heart pounding, eyes fixed on the water. It is no longer still. Something beneath it is moving. By morning, the fog has lifted, but the lake looks different. Its surface is too clear, too perfect. Elias leans over the pier and sees his reflection, not as he is, but as he was. Younger, smiling. Noah stands beside him. Both reflections wave back. He does not move. Neither does the water. Yet their reflections step closer together. Until they merge, the wind stirs. Ripples distort the image, but the reflection remains, staring up with eyes that are not his own. He turns away, breath unsteady. His hand grips the old railing, splinters digging into skin. Behind him, the sound of footsteps on wet wood. He turns. No one there. Only droplets, shaped like footprints, leading back toward the house. Inside, Elias follows the trail of wet prints through the hall. They end at a wall behind the staircase. The wallpaper there is torn, the edges curling. He peels it back. Beneath it, a door, narrow, painted over. He scrapes at the handle until it turns. The door opens into a small room lit by a single shaft of light through a boarded window. Inside are boxes, photographs, and a cracked mirror leaning against the wall. He looks closer at the photographs. Most are of the lake. Some show his family. But in the last one, taken years after Noah's death, the reflection in the lake shows two boys again. He stares at it until the edges blur. In the mirror behind him, another reflection begins to move. Not his. That night, Elias cannot sleep. He lies on the floor, listening to the lake whisper against the shore. When his eyes close, water floods his mind. He dreams of sinking, not falling, but being pulled. The deeper he goes, the quieter the world becomes, until all sound vanishes except a heartbeat. He sees Noah beneath him, eyes open, hair drifting like smoke. Noah reaches up, offering the whistle. Elias takes it, but when he looks again, Noah is gone. Only his own reflection stares back from the depths. He wakes gasping, the taste of lake water on his tongue. His hands are wet. The whistle rests beside him on the floor. Elias returns to the pier at dawn. The fog has thinned, revealing the far edge of the lake for the first time. He steps onto the boards, whistle in hand. The air hums with the same vibration as before. He blows into the whistle. No sound comes, yet the water begins to move, spiraling inward, pulling light and reflection into its center. Images form beneath the surface. Two boys playing, a sudden fall, the splash, the struggle. But then another figure appears, their father, standing on the pier, watching. Elias remembers now. The argument, the shove, the sound of the whistle as it fell from Noah's neck. He falls to his knees. The truth blooms cold through his chest. He was the one who pushed him. The wind rises. The lake churns. The pier trembles underfoot. Elias drops the whistle. It sinks slowly, glowing faintly as it disappears. The water calms. The reflection returns, not of him, but of Noah, standing on the pier where he once was. Elias reaches toward it. The surface breaks. The hand that grasps his is cold but steady. He closes his eyes. The fog folds around him. When the water stills again, the pier is empty. The lake reflects only sky. A crow circles once above the surface, then lands on the shore beside a small, Rusted whistle resting in the mud gleams faintly, as if freshly polished. The wind carries a sound across the water, a faint echo of laughter, fading into silence. The lake remembers.